Ahoy fellow bookworms, my name is Caroline and I like to read books, so today I'm going to share with you my March TBR. My TBR for this month is a little ambitious and it's mostly fantasy books, which is kind of annoying because I'm now realizing I should have read fantasy books in February, so it could have been like Fantasy February or something cool, and now it's just Fantasy March, which doesn't have the same ring to it. The first book on my TBR is the one that I am currently reading, and it's Words of Radiance Part 1 by Brandon Sanderson, which is part 1 of the second book in the Stonelite Archive series, and already I am loving this book. The first book in this series was really excellent, and this one has just jumped straight back in and is immediately exciting. I love being reunited with the characters that I love so much, so I'm gonna read this pretty quickly because I'm just so excited to see where it goes. Next up, I would like to read Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken, which is the sequel to Passenger, and I'm gonna say I'm a little nervous about reading this book because I wasn't a huge fan of the first one in the series and I just don't really know what to expect from this one. This whole story is like time travel and pirates and it's pretty fun. This is quite a large book, so I'm hoping most of it is action and there's not too much filler material. I think I'll probably review this when I finish it so that you guys can know my thoughts. The next book that I'd like to read in March is The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. I did actually start this book back in November, but then I went overseas and didn't take it with me, so I've kind of forgotten what I read. This is just a short book that follows one of the side characters in the Kingkiller Chronicles, and it's a character that I really love and I'm really intrigued by, so I'm looking forward to going back to the start and reading this entire book. Next up, I would like to read The School for Good and Evil, The Last Ever After by Saman Chinani, which is the third and final book in the School for Good and Evil series. This is another book that I'm kind of nervous about reading because I loved the first book in the series and then the second book was a huge letdown, so I'm just not really sure what to expect from this one. This is a really big book, and as nervous as I am about it, I'm also really excited to jump back into this world because I love the characters, Agatha and Sophie especially. I think they're really excellent. I also think the concept for the story is really interesting, and I just want to finish this series and see if this is a good conclusion. After that, I plan on reading The Young Elites by Marie Lu. This is a series that I've heard consistently amazing things about. It's probably more dystopian than fantasy, but whatever. I bought this book a while ago and got really excited to read it because I've never read anything by Marie Lu, and I've had quite a few people tell me that her writing is really excellent, and that makes me excited. Also, this is now a complete trilogy, so it means if I enjoy this book, then I can kind of just continue it as I want. The next book on my TBR is The Elephant Vanishes by Haruki Murakami. I'm reading one of his books for each month of the year, so this is my book for March. I'm really excited for this one because it's actually a collection of 3 short stories that sound really bizarre and really intriguing. One that I'm particularly interested in is about this newlywed couple who suffer from these crazy cravings for McDonald's in the middle of the night, and it just sounds really quirky and cute, and because I love his writing so much, I'm super excited to read this and see if I enjoy his short stories as well as his longer books. The final book that I plan on reading in March is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. This is a book of poetry that a lot of people are probably quite familiar with because there's always pictures of it on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. I'm super excited to read this because it's been a while since I read a poetry collection, and I have already read a few of these and they were really beautiful and powerful. I think this is something I'll probably be able to power through in an hour or so, and I'm hoping I really love it. So those are the books that I plan on reading in March, and I'm really hoping I actually stick to this TBR because I think I'm really going to enjoy some of these books. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned in this video, be sure to let me know what you thought of them down in the comments. I upload videos Wednesdays, Saturdays, and sometimes Mondays as well, so be sure to like this one and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned on those days for more bookish goodness. Toodaloo!